You know what I just thought that we could have done?
No.
I could have grabbed the old Butterscotch singing us. Remember? She sang us a
You
Christmas
could
song.
have. That would have been amazing.
I
I
forgot
bet
all
you
about
could
that.
still do it. I bet you could
Yeah.
still do it. Welcome to the Backpack Show, our special Christmas Eve morning episode. This is it. Happy holidays, everyone. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, it's a nice time in the office because a lot of people are out.
I feel like because you do that other radio show that you do now,
Mhm.
I feel like you have like such a great DJ announcer voice all of a sudden. I mean, you've always had one, but you're even more pro DJ announcer.
I think you've maybe just noticed because I don't talk any differently than I did before.
I don't know, but it sounds pretty good to me.
No, actually, it's funny. They make a point of saying, don't talk like an announcer, talk like you're talking to a person. And I'm like, thanks. Like, I mean, they don't say it like to me specifically, but they say that to all of us. So, because there's people that have never DJ'd before doing it. And then there's other people who've been DJs for decades doing it. So it's this weird mix of people. And I'm sure they roll their eyes. They have offered to sit down with any one of us and listen to our show and comment on it as we're doing it. I said, I promise you, I will never, ever want that.
DJ coaching.
Never want that level of coaching.
No. So
we are on LinkedIn.
Dad, Janice, Leslie,
Debbie, we are on LinkedIn.
We're on LinkedIn. Go to linkedin.com/C Brogan or something. You'll find me.
That's a lot of links. If you would like to be in here, speaking of in, cbrogan.me/join us, and you can hang out with us in the studio for the Backpack Show.
Yeah, and come right on live.
Questions. We're going to give a little sneak preview of the My 3 Words thing we'll be doing next week. So yeah, come in. Come join us.
Yeah. Do you think people will want to participate in the My 3 Words?
I don't see why not.
Hi everyone, Tim Kitzer from NBA Jam and NFL Blitz, welcoming you to The Backpack Show. Your hosts, Chris Brogan, Kerry O'Shea Gorgone, Boom Shakalaka.
Backpack Show.
So I saw Epic Voice Guy in our opener just then, and he looks so different now. He has lost so much weight. He's like a completely different person.
I wonder if we can have him back on just so we can like have the new Epic Voice Guy.
Mitch Jackson. I know. So he's been working really hard at it and showing on Twitter and everything his progress, and he's just like hitting it hard. So
yeah,
way to go.
Way to go. Hey Chloe, hey Angus and Mitch. Wow, everybody's here.
Chloe's so sweet. Everybody's so sweet.
Yeah, so someone sent me some baked goods and I was blaming Chloe, but she says no.
Oh, no. Who sent you what kind of baked goods?
Macarons.
Have you said anywhere that you like those? Because that's who I would blame.
No, I've never said it ever.
Do you like them?
Sure.
To be on the spot. Brings you to be like, totally.
They're sweet. Hey, Chip.
Hi, Chip.
But no, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, they're delicious little sweets. They're little colorful cookies of delight. So of course I'm going to love them.
So when you were growing up, did you do the one present on Christmas Eve thing, or did you not?
All right. My house is Christmas in my family was very epic. There was a lot of moving parts. So we went across the street to Maud's house. Maud was a neighbor who was like so long a neighbor that she was basically a relative. Like she went to a lot of events with everybody. We picked her up for a lot of things. So we go over to Maud's. She'd pour out the bottle of Mogan David, which I thought was an incredibly expensive wine. Had no idea. Lots of delicious, cheese and platters and that sort of thing. I guess one time I intimated that I liked magic sets, so I'd get a magic set every Christmas, lose the parts usually at her place, and then go home with what was left. Then we'd go to a couple other places. I'm trying to remember how this went. And then midnight mass, because Catholics,
right? Yep.
You got to get in your two participations a year,
Christmas and Easter.
Yep.
Yep.
And then so sometimes we would do the gift, but then in later years, my parents and grandparents got so smart. They were like, if we give them all the gifts now, we don't have to wake up in the morning.
Oh,
and so
that's diabolical.
We would do a little bit about that.
I never hacked that. You know what? My kids woke up so freaking early anyway. Didn't make any difference.
Oh my gosh, look at what Bill Sell said. Bill says, Merry Christmas. I'm trying to finish up our CES arrangements for a giant e-bike pavilion, but news from CES is only calling my stocking. CES is collapsing. I feel so terrible for you, Bill. I had every intention of being there myself. I had, and I would love to go to an e-bike pavilion. I have an e-bike myself. And oh my gosh, I feel for you. I have a feeling it's not going to be an especially great show.
No, I'm a little worried about that for everybody. My hometown Catholic church had midnight mass at 9 p.m., says Janice. That's very
Cheaters.
sensible. I think it's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
So we didn't do the midnight mass though, because they had a Christmas pageant at my church. And I was always like something in it. I was never Mary. Guess why?
I don't know.
But they would make me something. And so usually I was an angel and they would like stuff me in the back behind Melissa Weldon or something. She looked more angelic. And so we would have to go then, because I was in the pageant, even though I didn't speak, I just stand there as part of the nativity scene while they did all the usual stuff. That was what I did. And then we would come home and I would open one present, and I had a gift, a talent for choosing the very best present the night before. So I opened the best present of Christmas every year on Christmas Eve. So the whole Christmas morning would be like, this is cool, but not as good.
Yep, just socks and stuff.
Yeah, like one year I opened a typewriter, which sounds like ridiculous, but I was excited because it could save in memory like 2 lines of text. This is how old I am. And I didn't have to white stuff out anymore when I would type, because it could like remember and go back over it and stuff. Like life changing. So the year I got that, I was super excited. I was in the 6th grade, by the way. This is a gift. My dad was like, my kid would like this typewriter. And he was so right.
That's wild. Right. That's wild.
My dad knew me.
Well, I want to hear from people in our crowd today. I want to hear what were some of your favorite gifts, or some of your memories of gifts that you gave that were sort of well received or funny. There's always that kind of story in there. Oh, cool, Bill. I'll check it out for sure. And then the other thing is, there's always stories about like cool, elaborate, trying to get a gift put in place. My mom and dad once took apart the entire basement cellar stairs to put in a ping pong table and a race car track that were on these big, crazy sizes. And all I think of every time is I must have slept like such a damn rock. They took the whole basement stairs apart, and I was still like, I don't know how Santa does it.
I would spring out of bed just because somebody like turned over downstairs.
Right.
And I'm still like that, like today. So like the pressure change outside will wake me up.
Oh, geez.
Just wait until I'm old and I have the rheumatiz. Everything will wake me up. So come and join us. We have some loaded questions to play too. And that's a lot less fun when it's just you and me. Did they replace the stairs with a fire pole? Hey, don't you have like a pole in your place now, Chris?
A pole? I have
like a stripper pole.
I have 3 or 4 really large wooden beams, but if there's stripper poles, the poor dancers in my club here are going to have some awful splinters. I have a climbing rope. Hey, come on the show if you have clothes on. cbrogan.me/join us. It's funny when you ask that question about the poll. Oh, look at that. Our first guest.
Hey.
All right. Ready?
So ready.
Pushing the button.
Ready.
Remember and go back over.
Debbie. Oh,
like
2
life
things,
changing.
Debbie. You have to shut your volume down just a tiny bit.
In the 6th grade.
Oops. I like listening to myself back again.
Oh, like he was
like. There we go. We did it. I edited my own stuff for years.
Well, I want to hear hello.
In our crowd. What were some of your favorite gifts or some of your?
So are we watching while we do this?
Yeah, you have to shut the show off because you can't watch us and talk to us.
Okay.
We'd rather you talk to us.
I'll check it out for sure. And then the other.
But if anybody else wants to come in, cbrogan.me/join us. You can join the one and only Debbie Saviano in our studio of Women's Leadership Live.
Well,
hey,
Debbie,
happy holidays.
Merry Christmas to you.
I love your hat, Chris. I brought my Santa Claus. Does that count?
That does count.
Of course.
Does count.
And I have on my ugly sweater.
Oh, that's perfect. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I want to turn the names off so I can see better.
Yeah.
I want to see better.
Meow.
Oh, there we go.
It's a kitty cat sweater. I should have cleaned my office before I did this, but anyway.
Oh, yeah. I know. I never think about that either. That's okay.
So as we wind up the year, Debbie, what's your reflections back on 2021? And as we go into this Christmas moment here, what's some of the good and the bad and the ugly?
I think the good is that we're all here, right? I think sometimes we focus on the negative too much and don't focus on the fact that we're all sitting here doing what we do. So it's been a tough 18 months, right? But at the same time, I think there's so much we can be grateful for and thankful for. You know me, I'm Miss Pollyanna. I think the world's, I think it's going to all be okay. I think it's going to all be okay. So I'm looking forward to 2022. A lot of new things coming down the road.
You've got a lot going on. With regards to that, I don't know if you're talking even about that yet, but I would love to hear if you want to talk a little bit about that. And if not, the only other thing I want to know is a childhood Christmas story.
No, it came out yesterday officially. Stacey and I sent the email out yesterday telling everyone that we're going on new paths and new directions for 2022. So Linda and Stacey and I were all together last weekend to celebrate my husband's birthday. And we've been planning this for several months. But 7 years ago, we started Women's Leadership Live. And life changes, right? The 7-year itch Stacey was joking about. But Stacey's been doing a lot with different organizations, and she's joined the America First Policy Institute as development with American Worker. And I'm going to focus on what's true to my heart, education, courses, and doing what I love to do. I love teaching, and that's what I'm going to go back to doing, creating the courses. So yeah, a new pathways for us for sure. And who knows where it's going to take us. I might even get a tattoo like Kerry. The roses.
Just one? That's adorable.
When that day comes, go buy some stock and something.
I'm wearing a jacket.
I'm afraid of the pain.
I just got more done on it, and it's like not too.
You're not wearing the right jacket. You're not wearing the right jacket.
It's not. It doesn't look good. No, I don't want to. It's still wrapped. So.
See the pain. I couldn't do it. But anyway, so thank you for asking, Chris. We're excited about 2022, and I give credit all the time. Ironically enough, I have this book sitting here. I know people think I do this shamelessly for you, but I do it genuinely. This book is one of the best, and I've gotten thousands of books. I love to read, but this is one of the best books I've ever read. And I didn't even know it was sitting here until I just looked down on my desk.
Aw,
seriously,
I love that.
My boss at Appfire feels the same way. Ina Gordon loves that one, Chris.
Who knew?
Yeah.
It's a small world. Well, so I'm going to read something from Mitch Jackson, and then I'm going to ask Debbie similar
It's going to cover your whole face.
It's going to blank you right out. So
it's going to Mike Wazowski.
I was 6. My mom spent the week making homemade cookie Christmas tree ornaments, which sounds amazing. We decorated the tree on Christmas morning, all woke up to the tree on its side, all the ornaments gone, and our dog laying on the couch upside down with a bloated stomach and sound asleep.
That sounds about right.
Perfect summary.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
that
the
is
things
so funny.
we do without thinking. I went out and bought all soft ornaments when my kids were little because I was convinced they would break stuff, and they would have. But because I did that, then they started putting other plushes on the tree. Like that was where they belonged. So the tree would get like all bent down from regular stuffed animals just being stuffed in there.
Debbie, what's a story from childhood or otherwise about trees, ornaments, and Christmas?
It's interesting. It's funny you said that earlier, Chris. When my husband and I, when we first started having children and all that stuff, and they were young, I don't like to get up early. I'll be totally honest. So we do it on Christmas Eve so we can do our gifts on Christmas Eve so we didn't have to get up. So to this day, we still do. And then another funny thing was I always told the kids, if you stop believing in Santa Claus, you stop getting presents. So if you ask our son and daughter today, they'll tell you they still believe in Santa Claus because otherwise you get no presents. He doesn't.
I'm with you.
Yeah, he doesn't come.
Yeah, deny.
Exactly.
I figured it out one year. My dad had assembled a bike for me, and it was from Santa. And I was like, "Oh, cool! Where'd you get the bike?" And he said, "The spirit of Christmas weaves magical things." I said, "The spirit of Christmas did not weave my bike. There's like bolts and screws and all kind of stuff. I'm looking at it." So he was like,
"Oh,
that's my kid."
Special.
I do have a story about that, but I'm going to bring in Deanna Shaw's host of her own show, Intercultural Talk. Co-host. She's the only one there.
You just demoted her on her own show.
Jeez, I know.
Merry Christmas.
Deanna, you're the only one running this show. How are you?
Actually, no. I bring my inner voice sometimes. I actually wear my shirt. My inner voice will come with me sometimes because otherwise we argue. She says I'm not doing it right, so I just bring us both on together. That's always better. So
Janice says, I told my nieces and nephews that Santa was my boyfriend.
I love it.
See, that could go south though, because then 1 year you'll be like, "Oh, kids, we broke up. Bad news. You get cold this year."
I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus.
All right, so I was just having that conversation with my teenage kids, and I'm like, "Well, it's not really creepy if you listen because it's supposed to be like the dad or whatever, and they're like, we don't know that.
Yeah, every little kid hearing that song is like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
What
like
am I
somebody just
singing?
broke into my house, and I was like, oh, hey, honey, how are you?
My mom's a tart. That song is.
So glad you stumbled in. So we were
Okay,
How are you
stranger.
guys? I was so excited. I just finished working out and I saw how festive everyone was. So I got my boa that my Brazilian sister-in-law knitted for me. So I
Love
thought that
it.
would cover like my workout clothes and add some like,
Yeah, it's
some
adorable.
style.
It
Changed
does.
everything.
Fantastic. This is the suit jacket that my kid rejected for the holiday party I was going to. They're like, that looks like hotel wallpaper.
Oh, I love it. It's all
I think it's
sparkly.
cool. It's beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah,
So I ended up,
totally
I wore
sparkly.
something
It's
totally else.
great.
I caved to the teenage pressure and wore silver sequins, and I love that too. But yeah, today I was like, I'm wearing this because what other day of the year am I going to wear it?
Oh,
Like,
totally.
There ain't one, you know.
Mm,
So how do you feel about some loaded questions?
Oh.
Sure.
While
Do you
you're
know,
loading
I've
up the
heard
ahead.
you guys doing loaded questions and I've seen it. I've never looked at the details of it. So do I need to know? Do I need any preparation?
It's very
Nope.
complicated.
No, it's very easy.
Usually
right.
a slide ruler is involved, but like if you don't have one,
But yeah, is there math involved?
most modern computers have the tools for it, so you're gonna be fine.
All
Well, we'll
right.
start with a softball then for Deanna, but you go ahead and do your thing first.
Really quick, I wanted to say that Bill Sell said we had to switch from live trees to fake ones
Mm.
when we got a new bull mastiff years ago. We put up the tree and ran the dog and lifted his leg and promptly marked it generously.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow, nice.
100-ish pounds of dog deciding this is my tree now.
And it
That-
was after that.
Yeah.
It was. Well, at
Everybody's
least they
good.
hadn't put the presents under it already. I mean,
Time
silver
now
linings.
for-
Wait, we don't know that. That part of the story
That's
wasn't
true.
in
Yeah,
the
that's true.
That's
comment.
fair, but I feel like you'd have mentioned it. When you
Right, that would
mentioned
have been
it.
a big one.
I mean, that would have been the end of my typewriter.
Time now for loaded questions, the
All right.
official
Right.
video game of the Backpack Show.
So you decide the order, Chris, but the question is, what's the best holiday gift you've ever received?
And you can't be crappy and say like your kids or something.
And
like,
yes,
don't-
Bob, cbrogan.me/join us.
Except see Brogan.me as if you actually know my name. Because
See
look what
Brogan.
Bob typed. Look what Bob
Oh.
typed. You unspellers. All right. Debbie, I'll start with you. What is the best gift you ever received? I know you're already still thinking because I told you can't say your kids.
Can I tell you the gift I didn't get? This goes
Oh.
to show you if your kids want something, Carrie, get them the, or Chris, I don't know about if you have kids, but
Two
get
that
the
I know
gift,
of.
because I never got a bicycle and I'm still pissed about it.
Really?
No, did not get a bicycle. And to this day, and I won't go into years, but it's a long time ago.
That was another question. You switched the question like a
Oh,
lawyer, but we had
sweet.
that one. What's a holiday gift you really wanted but never got?
Yeah. That's it.
Wow. Well, I guess it's either, right?
Show me still bitter over bicycle. Ding.
I love it. That's great.
I wanted to go to space camp,
Oh,
literally, right?
cool.
So I asked for Christmas and did not get to go to space camp. And then I asked every day for a year and I still didn't get to go over to space camp. And years later, I asked my mom about it and she said, you stopped asking.
You're like, that's not how I remember it. Okay.
No, but that was mine. I didn't get to go to space camp. So what's a
Right.
holiday gift you really wanted but never got? And then we'll come back to the best one because, you know, Deb threw us off.
I missed
Deanna, what you got?
Oh, see, I was going with the other one on the best holiday I ever got because I'm like the type of person, if there was something that I really wanted, I think I probably would have figured out a way to get it. So wait, the glass is half full. Like I'm not going to
Mhm.
think about the things that I didn't get.
Whatever.
Can I tell you what I did get though?
All right.
Doesn't it have to be what
Yeah.
Wait. That's like one of those where you have the power to just knock me off the show.
We do.
My hand's on the button. But go.
All right. Wait, let me go with the one. Can I just go? This is one I'm assuming because I've had this. I'm giving away my age. I've had this gift for over 50 years and still have it. Apparently one year I got this idea when I was 3 that I had to have a stuffed monkey. I kept saying, I want a monkey. I want a monkey. No idea where I got it. My mom said they went to like 4 different stores. They finally find this stuffed monkey. He's got zip on his shirt. He's dark brown in these red coveralls. My mom is so excited for me to open this gift. I open it, I take one look, and I just burst into tears. And I'm like, I wanted a yellow monkey. Because apparently the yellow monkeys were girls. She got me a boy monkey, and I was devastated. My mom was devastated. Zip has gone to college with me. He's moved to Boston, to Chicago. Like, I still have Zip actually up on a bookshelf in my.
So you got Zip for Christmas.
Yeah, so I got Zip for Christmas, and he's been with me ever since.
So William says the dog did not pee on the gift, but they did have to toss the tree skirt. Cody
Thank
says,
you so much for clarifying.
best gift I ever received was the Dreamcast, even though it was short-lived.
Also from Cody, by the way. Oh, well, sorry. Leslie, best gift hands down.
Right.
Remote
car starter.
Oh,
that's a main gift if ever.
And Cody, the gift I always wanted but never received was happiness. That's because you can't get like, you can't receive happiness as a gift. You have to find it for yourself.
Right. See, that's another one. Don't knock me off the show. Cody, you have it within you to find happiness. Look for the small things. Okay.
He does that every morning. So, listen.
Okay, Deanna, what's your show? I have to watch you. So
I knew it.
Yeah,
thank you. So it's called Intercultural Spark, and it's about the spark inside you that drives you to spark change in the world through mission-driven businesses and life projects. So it's
Intercultural Spark.
Yeah, Intercultural Spark. You can find all the past shows at interculturalspark.com.
You look like someone I want to watch.
Who snuck in back there?
I saw who snuck in. Let's grab him.
Yeah, actually, and Chris knows this. I started the show like actually a year and a half ago now. I've done over 70 shows, and it was because Chris Brogan, the smart and wise Chris Brogan, was like, "You should do a show." I was like, "Okay." Yeah, and a year and a half later, it was a great idea.
It's probably from those sponsor pumps he does from the show.
Right. Well, that's how I found StreamYard, because my show is on StreamYard as well. So.
I just signed up for StreamYard. Exactly.
Bob Collins.
Bob
Merry
Collins
Christmas.
himself has arrived. Mr.
Hi,
Christmas. Hello, Bob.
So you can choose. Apparently, you get to choose whatever question you want to answer. Do you want to answer the best holiday gift you ever received, or the one you really wanted but didn't get?
Maybe it's a combination of both of those.
God, none of y'all can follow basic directions.
Oh no, because we're all crazy storytellers at heart, so we have our own way of shaping it out.
Let's do it.
So, 7th grade. All of a sudden, we're going around the big Christmas tree. Everyone opens up a gift, open up a gift. And I get up and I get Long Johns. Then I get a fishing pole. Then I get a shovel. And I'm sitting here and I look at my brother, and he just got the new J.R.R. Tolkien Silmarillion book. And he just got this great sketchbook with colorful pens to bring out. And he got this. And I just sat there down like this. And I jokingly just said, I don't want to have another blue collar Christmas.
Oh, Bob.
Because my brother was the artistic, the design, and I was the outdoor going and all this other one. So they just kind of put us in the Felix and Unger boxes, if you will. Here's your new baseball glove. I haven't played whatever. So anyways, I just kind of remember then the next Christmas, it was just like every gift after another was something absolutely spectacular. It was like a first edition of this book. It was like, all these amazing things, a great watch and all this stuff. But everyone was always followed with, that's not a blue collar Christmas present, is it for Bob?
Oh,
that's not a blue collar present, is it, Bob?
Oh no!
So it was always but true to form. Sometimes you remember like the ones you go the most like this, but the best Christmas present during that entire time was one that was actually just given to me the other year, which was a fantastic Snoopy on the Moon Watch, because it just meant so much to me, because my dad back in the day actually woke me up to see the moon landing.
Wow!
And he gave me a big bowl of ice cream. Excuse me, not a big bowl, like the entire bowl of ice cream. And they sat me down and said, "You're going to remember this." I'm not going to remember this, because you might not remember the moon landing or watching this at 4.5 years old, but you remember getting an entire huge bloody bowl of chocolate ice cream.
Smart dad.
Very smart. That's fantastic.
Anchoring. I feel like Debbie as a teacher is going to say, I totally know that trick. It's, knowledge anchoring or something.
Wire together, fire together. So all good stuff.
This one passed through. My dad mentioned the game King Oil. It was a game that they used to play at a friend's house. And then the friend you couldn't even get the game anymore on the shelves anywhere. And they ended up giving my family that game. So my dad has always had a proclivity and a passion for things that get canceled. So,
Oh, wow, really?
oh my gosh,
I'm
like
not gonna
TV
make
shows and things
Any
like that.
comment at all?
Actually, your dad and I could meet for lunch because I'm notorious for finding really cool restaurants, meeting friends there, only to find a big sign in the door saying it's not open anymore.
Oh my gosh, exactly.
You're open for the season. Thank you.
So you'll meet for lunch at like some place that closed 3 years ago.
Yeah, basically. One was like the mashed potato club. How could you not like a restaurant that's like every kind of mashed potato with like all, like you could get any mix in you wanted on mashed potatoes. That sounds good, right? I don't know how it closed.
I mean,
So
even
Steve
M&M's.
Brogan says it wasn't Christmas if we didn't get a soap on a rope at the family Christmas party. Oh, Cody, see, I wasn't going to go there. He says, now we know why they love you so much, Brogan.
Oh my gosh.
Mean. So mean. All right, what's the greatest thing you hope will happen in 2022? It's another loaded question. It's not that loaded, but we'll see where you take it, I guess.
All the things I ordered for Christmas actually show up.
It's in God's hands now.
Yes.
And God's name is Bezos.
Oof.
Yes. Well, the nice thing about the supply chain issue, I finally got my copy of Popular Science. Unfortunately, it's the 1935 edition, so it's coming along. It's coming along quickly.
Quickly. And about quickly.
Debbie Saviano, what is your answer? What's
Man, this is a tough one. I just want to, golly. I know. All the things we hope for come true. How about that?
No.
Some of them are definitely going to be conflicting.
Go back and do it again.
You were made to think about it.
Answer, darn it. What's the greatest? Oh, I know. I'm going to go to bed one night, wake up the next morning, and have lost 50 pounds.
Oh.
Your leg will be outside on the front lawn.
Whatever. I'll take it. Whatever. They invent that pill. I'll buy it all day long. Yeah.
It'll be roasting in the Christmas fire. All good.
What do you got, Deanna?
I have a book coming out. It comes out June 21st, 2022. It's called Where Two Worlds Connect, A Guide to Connecting with Your Teenage Grandchildren. And I am not a grandma, but I co-wrote it with Jerry Witkowski. He's 93, grandparent and great-grandparent. So he's got all the great grandparenting experience I did. If you take all the tenets of like intercultural communications and intergenerational connection, we laid it over in a way that's just, very folksy and how to do it for grandparenting. So Really excited. It comes out in June of 2022.
We're two worlds.
Yeah, Where Two Worlds Meet. It's available for pre-purchase on Amazon, but it's Where Two Worlds Meet, a guide to connecting with your teenage grandchildren. What's funny though, you have to put my name, Deanna or Jerry's in, because if you Google Where Two Worlds Meet on Amazon, it's this woman who literally wrote a book about like communing with the dead. So her Where Two Worlds Meet is very different than ours.
Well, I've got some of those granddaughters that are teens, so I'll have to check it out. Congrats.
Oh, perfect.
Do they want to commune with the dead?
That's great.
How do you know I don't already do that?
I guess I don't. We haven't talked a lot about your hobby.
There's a whole there. That's a whole other day story.
Chris, what is the greatest thing you hope will happen in 2022?
Oh, that's
not easy, is it?
Debbie's like,
she's on the other foot, says Debbie. The greatest thing that can happen to me in 2022 is I just continue working on and learning these skills that I'm trying to pick up through 2021 that involve this whole idea of resilience and maintaining and managing my own energy and that sort of a thing, just so I could keep the fire going. The idea is that if I could find the ways I need to keep moving towards the goals, then everything else that falls a little shy of that, I'll have to nod and accept that it happened and keep moving. So I just have a lot of self-education I have to do in 2022. And I just really hope that I succeed in making it practice.
Your dad has a short list: world peace, no COVID-19, and not PC things I would like to see happen.
I'm with you, Steve.
That sounds like a weekend at the Ramada Inn with 7 of 9. It's okay. You can talk about it.
What does he have against personal computers? I don't
There's some not PC things.
Okay. Assuming everyone's vaxxed and boosted.
Wait, Kerry, so as the host, you don't
Yeah, really. I was just going to say that. Thank you.
Oh, no, she was-
Hey,
Wait,
when I
wait.
go on intercultural talk, you can run it however you want.
Oh my God, that's so funny. All right, I'm sending you an invitation.
Awesome.
Yay.
That's the greatest thing I hoped would happen in 2022. So,
To be on my
boom.
show.
All right, assuming
that's-
everyone's vaxxed and boosted, what celebrity crush would you most like to meet under the mistletoe?
Oh, wow.
Ah.
I
Huh.
don't even know. I feel like
That's a
Sean
good one.
Connery would probably be mine. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Yeah. I've already met mine, but I'll do it again. The Rock.
Oh, you know what? Yes, The Rock is a good one.
I wouldn't mind Triple H. I wouldn't say no.
Mhm. I have a vision for The Rock. When I teach aerobics, I teach aqua, but I'm on the deck. And so there's some things I have to demonstrate where my feet can't touch the ground because they're doing it in water. So I want to start a petition to have The Rock come so he could actually just lift me so that I could demonstrate the moves where he would just hold me. So that combines.
You want to show him how to do his
2022
job.
and my celebrity crush.
There you go.
All I say to Cody and Janice is back off, bitches. That's my guy.
Oh.
All right. What do you got, Mr. Collins?
This is always an interesting one. So since it is, you can say the Sean Connery back in the day and all the type of things. I had the biggest crush when I was young on Julie Andrews.
Oh,
Really?
So
Oh,
give me that Julie Andrews back in that day.
that's so sweet. But you're gonna meet her under the mistletoe, and then she's going to sing, and you'll
Yeah.
be like,
And if she's not available, then Charlize Theron, I would not mind.
Right, either.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Your
either
backup.
or. Yeah.
Yeah,
Circa Atomic Blonde.
We still have room. cbrogan.me/join us if you want to answer some loaded questions. We're being, I think, pretty nice about things so far. What present would you immediately re-gift?
every fruitcake.
I
Right.
love fruitcake. I love fruitcake. Send them this way.
Oh,
Actually, sorry,
really?
don't send me food. Do not send me
See,
food.
that's what happened. So one
Right,
time you were
right.
probably like, "Oh, I'll take macaroons," and then somebody sent you macaroons, and now
Oh,
you're
like
like,
every
"Oh,
year
some-"
after that.
And they're
Yeah.
lovely. I'm so happy I got them, but no more food. You know why no more food though? Only because if I'm traveling for work or something like that, my neighbors lose their mind when food shows up. Because you have a package here, it looks like a cake. I'm like, okay. If I don't get it in time, it'll be a not cake. I don't know. It's okay.
My next question to you is, do you like cake?
Yeah, want some cake?
Yeah,
Right
because
back
I'm
to-
gone for a week. So
No
enjoy
one says
yourself.
yes.
What present would you immediately re-gift? Candle? A candle.
Oh, yeah.
Like that
Isn't that
SNL sketch
SNL?
about the candle. Yeah. We all get the candle. We all give the candle. Yeah. That's it. Because when you don't know somebody well enough to know what they want, and
love
you have
the
to bring
candle.
something.
am I strange? I mean, I love candles.
You are
This
strange.
works out.
Obviously,
Embrace the
It's
street.
weird.
Perfect.
I had
That
this.
one peach candle.
I had
because
this
of
talk
having
with
a
my
gift to
grandmother the other day.
give
She said
away.
that you get a candle from people who don't care about you. So it must
Aw.
be a thing.
Nuh-uh, in your case, that's not true because everyone knows now that you like them. So
I
it
love
actually
candles.
is for
Yeah.
you a
Oh,
very
thanks.
thoughtful gift.
Yeah.
So what do you re-gift then? If you keep all the candles, what are you getting rid of?
Okay, but after listening to Deanna, I feel like I need to go run about 10 miles around this property. Probably workout clothes.
You re-gift them. You get them and you're like, forget it. I'm getting rid
I
of
always
them.
tell people, you see me running, call the police because I don't jog. I need to, though. I need to.
Janice says my re-gifts: lotion, generic mugs,
Oh.
and white chocolate. Oh, white chocolate.
That's the white chocolate, but definitely the generic mugs. Like, thank you.
What's so like? What counts as a generic mug? Like
Maybe it doesn't have your name on
nothing
it.
on it.
Just
Be careful what
Oh.
you wish for, says your dad. I don't know what he's responding to, but I'm a little nervous.
Well, if
Got
it's
that for
fruitcakes,
you.
bring them.
Oh my God, he's gonna get him like 100. Could you imagine like 100 fruitcakes on your doorstep
And the week that you're away.
the week
Yeah.
that you're away? Do you ever like just tell your neighbors? I did that once because we were gonna be gone for a while. I was like, you know what? You should just have that. You should enjoy that since it's food.
Every time.
But they never
And-
do, right?
No.
I think mine would also be the isotoner gloves I seem to get every single year.
Oh,
I
the
will
ice.
take- I'll give you my address. You can send those because
Those
I
are form
lose
fitting.
gloves every year.
Yeah, they're just like every year. It's like another pair. That one's nice inside, isn't it?
Oh, a
That's
generic
nice.
mug doesn't have my name or Baby Yoda on it, says Janice. That's what generic means. That's real specific. Like, how many Janice mugs can you have? We'll work
It just
on it.
says Baby Janice.
Oh, Steve says candles.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
I guess
see?
you're gonna be getting some
candles.
candles. You know what though?
Oh.
It's really hard to get somebody else to eat food like that comes to your house because they're all like, "Oh, I'm on an intermittent fast," or like, "I'm keto now," or like, everyone's got their thing, and like without knowing what all's in this and like where it came from, they're gonna eat it. I don't feel like, I don't know, just
I
a
don't see-
theory.
I don't see Bob Collins as a regifter.
No, do you
I think
keep
he's
things
a
or
hold on.
chuck
He's
them?
like a gravity force, is what I think.
Oh
Nuh-uh.
no, yeah, though they definitely go down into the bulkhead into some place or another, and then come up 15 years later and say, "Look at this cool thing."
And by then it's like really valuable on eBay.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, thanks for the Phineas and Ferb, CD magical player and get
Love
player
it.
with a good horn. I'm like, oh, I like that.
Oh
All
my
right, let's
goodness.
do one more. What holiday would you like to rename, and what name would you choose?
To rename.
Mhm.
Rename.
Anyone? Arbor Day, Valentine's Day, Halloween.
Flag Day. No,
I feel like that's nice and descriptive. Maybe that's a
it
problem.
works. It works.
Yeah, right? Like you know what you're gonna get on Flag Day.
I could call it Valentine's Day Markup Day, but that just
That sounds a little bitter.
Well, you know how like every time we rename one of these things, we make a lot of people upset in this country because like Columbus Day, all these Italian people are like, that's our guy, and like all that kept happening. I just thought it'd be really fun to take a place like Arbor Day and just call it like white people are white and that's cool too day. Like, just be as white as you want to be day. Because then like they'd have at least the one, they'd have the one day where like you just hold on to it. It's yours. You can have it.
Cody wants to call Halloween Spooky Pooky Day.
Spooky Day.
Yeah, I was thinking Halloween too, but I couldn't think of what to go with it. But Halloween, I don't know. Yeah.
Ah, Valentine's
Cody,
Day,
I like
rename
that.
it to Cody's birthday.
There you go.
Aw.
Oh, is that your birthday, Cody?
I mean, if
That's
it's
a
not,
good one.
that's
a good
really
day for
weird.
lots of love.
it's just a generic request.
Should we just call it Cody Day?
Cody.
Chris, Carrie, and Panel, Merry Christmas Eve. Thank you, Slim Jim.
Mhm.
Come on if you want, Slim
Greatest
Jim.
of all time.
What about, can we just create a new holiday? Do we have to switch another one?
There you go.
So
No,
I'm
you have
like,
your own
I feel like
rules.
I'm like manically happy to. I think the opportunity to spend this morning with Chris and Kerry and with Debbie and I'm so excited. I think we should have a holiday just called Happy Day, where everyone
There
just
you
like
go.
decides they're going to be happy.
Didn't
And
they do a
it's
show like that?
Somewhere, what?
Didn't they do a show like that?
It's
Oh, did
Slim
they?
Jim Longfoot's
That
No,
birthday.
sounds
happy-
a
like
Seinfeld
Happy
bit,
Days.
'cause
That
it
was dope.
probably, oh, happy
I expected at least
Days.
Bob to get
Yes.
that.
It would be sometime like right around like the first
Monday,
day,
Tuesday, happy day.
the
Thank
first day in
you.
spring.
Happy day.
I like that, Dan. I think that's
Easy
cool.
Do you like that? Like the first day that it's finally warm in spring after it's been all cold. So the day would change every year based on the
Yeah.
weather.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
Jim's
it's Slim
birthday.
Jim's
Is it today?
birthday.
And then you celebrate in your
birthday,
area
Slim
where you
Jim.
need it.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're right. It wouldn't even be the same around the globe. Good point.
So I guess we know what to rename today then.
Chocolate.
Valentine's Day, Chocolate and
Chocolate.
Cocktails Day.
Chocolate cocktails.
Oh yeah, or like chocolate martini day. Ooh,
Deanna,
yum.
where do you live?
like-
Where are you?
I'm in Chicago. Where are you?
Texas.
In Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
Deep in the heart.
I would change Arbor Day to like just like Tree Day because I feel like most people
Yeah.
don't know what Arbor Day
Yeah.
is, and it
No,
vaguely
it-
sounds
it's-
like
it's-
something
it's like-
else. And-
It's like some
And if they
ship
do know what it is, they
on
call it Tree Day.
yeah, so Tree Day.
And everyone should plant trees. So plant a tree day. I like that. Carrie.
That is good.
I like that
Yeah,
name.
Plant a Tree Day.
Yep. And the
Then you
green-
would know
Both
what to
we- Does
do.
this panel have any authority? Can we just change it to Plan a Tree Day?
Unlikely.
I love the neighbors say aye.
we can mess with some IP addresses. Sure.
We could do. Oh, you know what we could do? We could stake a keyword on pre-search.
Yo, yeah.
So that when you search Arbor Day, it comes to like a plant a tree website.
You could do
Oh.
change.org, Deanna. We could do change.org. Get it started.
Right.
Gee, that
Blew up
reminds
all
me,
our
by the way, guys.
sponsors today.
Stand by. Boop, boop, boop. Stand
Oh
by.
no.
Hey, do you want your own, I don't know, online domain? Look at that. You can get one. cbrogan.me/online. Just $1. So you can
Tree
get
Day.
Tree
dot
Day,
online.
treeday.online. What am I doing? Hey, do you want a podcast? You can have a great podcasting host. Debbie might launch a new podcast this year because she's getting back into education. So castos.com is a great host for a podcast.
It's
super easy to use.
Yeah.
You just dump your file there and it'll say, hey, why don't we put it all over the internet? And you go, great. That sounds like a good place for it. Hey, you want to make a show like Intercultural Talk? You can. See brogan.me/StreamYard. Just throw that baby up there and make the show. Find your own Deanna. Hey, if you don't like Google, and who does, you can go to presearch.com and stick it to the man. Search engine for you. I don't know. Search engine.
Oh no. You should bring everybody back so we can say happy holidays.
Yeah, we're doing it. Ready?
V-Day. I feel like that's subject to way too much interpretation. People are
That
gonna
could be
ask
some
questions
things.
and like, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well.
Did you put them back in a different order?
Yeah, I don't know how
Deanna, Bob got bumped up to the trio.
The top spot.
That's a Santa did. Oh, back down. Down he goes.
That's because he brought visuals. He brought props.
That's right.
I'm like Gallagher of webisodes, so we're good.
So Bob, do me. Hey, Ben Dempsey, I saw you hanging out on my LinkedIn yesterday. Bob, do this. Do a 45-second run through of interesting things in your proximity. Ready? Go.
All right.
I want to be
That's
able to see this.
Very
guy.
good image right there.
Yeah, actually, that's fine.
Oh wow.
Wow.
All right, you have to tell us what we're
That's
looking
got
at.
fun space.
Yeah, what do we got here?
Oh no, we just got an Ogilvy bear from back in the day. We got colorful rams.
Nutcrackers.
They got some fantastic nutcrackers.
Wow, it's like you spent all day cracking nuts, Bob.
Better than cracking some of these jokes. So yeah.
Jeez.
We got
Everybody's a
Donald.
critic.
What's that? Okay, and then the most important thing. Oh yes. In here.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Whole other, this is like the inner
This is
sanctum.
We got the Iron Giant.
Iron
Sanctum
Giant.
sanctorum.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, this is it. We got what I'm looking for Chris. I don't know if it's here. Or
Oh, it's Bonhomme Carnival.
Oh yeah.
It's a little snowman right there from
Bon Bon.
Quebec.
Yeah, the Bon Bon from Quebec, Montreal. I was actually looking to see if I had my the Captain
Human
Kirk
head of a
Barbie-
boy.
Captain Kirk Barbie doll.
Oh,
It's a
That's
skull.
a big nose.
That was great.
Is that right?
Big
Yeah,
nose.
that's just a huge nose.
Oh yeah, and then this guy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh,
Oh,
That's 1950s
Wow.
1950s space tank.
wow.
oh.
It's like, come rob me, everyone.
Oh no.
He would have known for a while.
This
I have one of those. Those are so cool.
is it snowing there?
And here's the
No.
biggest gift I'm going to give to people across the nation. if
Please
you
don't
will.
hurt yourself. We're not
No.
worth it. Oh,
That's
look.
beautiful.
Let it
So
snow, let
pretty.
it snow, let it snow.
That is
Aw.
beautiful.
It just doesn't get better than that on Christmas Eve, does it?
No, no, I'm down here at the Cape.
Oh,
My old stomping grounds.
So this is another bulkhead, Chris and Kerry, because I have bulkheads with pop culture everywhere.
Shut up. Wow.
So I have to tell you, like, think about
That's
that. He's not
amazing.
even in his primary pop culture setup. He's
No.
in his remote office of pop culture. So I think Bob needs to launch a show about his cool pop culture stuff, and
Oh
I
my
think he could do an episode on 3 or 4 items, any given episode.
Okay, today we're just going to go through the top shelf upper left.
Right.
Today,
Yeah.
kids, we're going to go 70s toys. It drove you crazy.
And look at people.
Nope.
Look at people react.
That's the one. I
Donald's
found mine, but I
incredible.
can't find the thing that goes on it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to let everyone know, and I shared this a little bit, I think, with Chris a while ago, I actually have secured their domain. I'm working on the site, and I'm working on a show rundown to start in the spring. Robots and Donuts.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice. That's a big
Robots
thing for
and
2022.
That's exciting. How about robots that bring you donuts? I could use one of those for Christmas.
They can do that as well.
I just want the donut at this point.
You can do it.
You
Get a
wanna
free
drink?
Yeah,
cake.
what kind of donut?
Now, don't get
donuts.
mad when people send you
Mm.
donuts, though.
Oh shoot! Yeah,
No,
never mind. I don't want donuts.
Macaroon donuts.
Fruitcake
Nothing.
donuts.
No food.
It's okay. You can send me food. There's always somebody here.
Bricks. Bricks are delightful.
I won't complain. I don't give nothing to my neighbors.
Bob, you had a lot of Donald Duck fans, just so you know. So
Who doesn't love a good Donald Duck? Oh yeah,
who doesn't?
and Donald Duck Cup.
Oh,
Love it.
That's
so
amazing.
fun.
all right. So we're gonna wrap the show up because we got to do that sort of thing. So I'm gonna let's see. I'll push that button, that button, that button. Bye.
You have to
And
pick a
that
person in
button,
the day. I don't know how you'll do
that
it.
button. Oh, I don't know. That's a great. Well, I think I have a person of the day in mind. I don't know.
You always do. Donut get angry. Oh, Chip. I knew you had one in you. I was waiting.
Oh, and here's our person of the day. Kaboom!
Sliding in at the last moment, Chip Griffin, person of the day.
That was a good one.
Was headed to be Cody, but I didn't even know, Chip had stuck around. I thought we had absolutely exhausted his entertainment value for a
I
little
do
while.
love Cody. Send me some donuts. I don't care if I wear a white shirt and they say I look like the Michelin Man.
Nice.
Deanna
nice,
says,
nice.
thank you.
Thank
Love you both.
you.
Thank you for coming in. And Cody, I'll keep eating them. Keep eating the donuts.
I love it. Just keep going.
I'm so spoiled though, because my first job was at a bakery. And so I know what a really good donut tastes like. And I can't tolerate middling to bad donuts.
Oh, I can be down with a bad donut.
No
I
gas
could be
station
down with
donuts
bad
for
donut.
me. Happy holidays, everyone. We'll be here on New Year's Eve, the morning of New Year's Eve as well. We
Yeah.
won't do a fake countdown or anything like that. But
No.
we'll talk about my 3 words and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So what are the characteristics of a good donut or not? Like what makes a donut like, because I was raised on like just Dunkin'. So.
You're just doing this so you can cut me off. Keep
Hey,
the
do-
oil hot.
Oh, do you remember we used to do this show?
Welcome to the Backpack Show with your hosts, Chris Brogan and Kerry O'Shea. Boom shakalaka!
Do you remember that?